What's going on, everybody? It's KBR Sports, the best for our day break. You should follow and subscribe on KBR on iTunes, YouTube, Spreaker, Rabble TV, and SoundCloud. Also leave comments on each of the mediums, everyone you prefer to listen to us on, so that we can read your comments and apply that to each show that we produce live.
You want to go ahead and try that?
so we can go ahead and apply that to each show we produce live, and we can also read your shows during each live show. And also, guys, remember to tweet us at KBR_sports so that we can read your tweets live during the show. And always make sure you guys can call 571-991-0566 to join in on our discussions. But yeah, jumping to the next topic. Kansas City Chiefs, pretty good team. I don't know how many people before this have picked the Kansas City to make it to AFC Championship, but Kansas City's been looking so good so far that it makes me have to ask the question. I mean, are they underrated, Nigel?
No.
You sure?
Positive.
Because right now, as I look at it, Kansas City is winners of literally they won their last two games, lost Tampa Bay. Before that, they won. Go ahead and count. They won literally 5 games straight.
They did.
Then now say they have a record of 9-3.
They do.
So, and Kansas City's right on the heels of Oakland,
yes,
they will play this Thursday.
Yes, they will. On
Thursday Night Football to decide who will essentially take the lead in the division.
Yes.
So, Nigel, you tell me, why don't you think Kansas City is underrated?
Because everybody thinks they're a good team, and they're a good team. So, therefore, I mean, they can't be overrated if everybody thinks they're a good team.
Nigel.
What? It's that simple.
No, but here's the thing. Who really, nobody picks Kansas City to make it far in the playoffs. Everybody's either picking Oakland.
Pick them to go far in the playoffs?
Yes.
You didn't pick them to go far in the playoffs when we picked them.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. I said they would go to the AFC Championship and play the Patriots.
Did you?
Yes, I did.
Did you?
Yes, I did.
You did, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah.
And I said the Patriots will go on.
What's wrong with that? You're the one person who believes in them.
So, out of millions of people, if I'm the one person,
you're not the only person. Let's calm it down. You're not the only person.
The overwhelming sentiment is that it's just your opinion of Oakland and Patriots. Wouldn't you say that they're possibly underrated?
Hold on a second. What week are we in? We're week 14. Okay, you know what? Maybe you're right, Brendan. You know what? You swayed mine, Brendan. You're absolutely right. They are underrated.
Sometimes.
You absolutely swayed me.
Sometimes.
It was such a great speech that you moved me to think.
You know, sometimes I don't like to go on horn, but I do have that persuasive quality. I have been told that I can adjust the mindset of multiple people.
So do you
sway the feelings of nations? And you know, I could have been the guy they sent in there to talk to. Who and all those other people to establish? You know, they should send me to go talk to what's it called? The guy in North Korea, so I can establish better relations. But yeah, Nigel, let me hear your point.
That was the point. They're underrated. I mean, yeah, they're absolutely underrated.
Oh, I thought your point was that I'm.
No, I mean, I'm not such a great I gave you your credit already, but no, I mean,
you never give me some credit.
I mean, do we say power rankings are a guideline to how rated should be?
I mean, the power rankings essentially, if you ask the power rankings, it's gonna pick whoever's won most recently half the time, whoever looked most convincing in a win. If you ask the power rankings from 3 weeks ago, the Seattle Seahawks were the fifth best team from 3 weeks ago, and at that point they were ranked below the Atlanta Falcons. So I mean, you want to ask if you want to go off power rankings, you can, but power rankings to me, power rankings don't always accurately rank a team.
Just asking a question.
I mean, do you use power rankings? I have a feeling you're gonna pull power rankings.
No, I wasn't. I was just looking at power rankings. I mean, they are.
What are the power rankings?
Yahoo has them 6, I think. They have them 6, and Pro Football Focus has them 6. So I mean, they're still below. They still have them below. Surprisingly, yet. No, this is not. This is last week's. Well, in terms of last week, they still have them 6.
But but like, who's better?
Last week, I mean, last. This was, I just said.
Okay, at that point in time, they had an 8-3
record. They had the Falcons ahead of them. They had the Seahawks ahead of them, the Raiders ahead of them. I just closed it. The Patriots ahead of them. Give me one more team, and Dallas ahead of them.
Okay, so
one team they had that's
no. It's literally arguable. Each of those teams, it's arguable. Seattle's a better team than them.
It's not.
It is arguable. It really is arguable. Their defense is better than Seattle's. They are 4th in yards allowed. Seattle's the number one scoring. They allowed the least amount of points, but
I feel like that's more important.
Kansas City is 9th in points allowed.
That's a gap, though.
You said what?
Not first to 9th is.
And then so when you say that 14th and 20 something in offense is a gap,
it is. I never said it wasn't.
I mean, but I'm saying
so they're about average. So they're about even. So I mean, yeah, okay. The Seattle was 5th.
And
Seattle was 5th. So they were.
So I'm saying there's 2 teams. That's what I'm saying. They're underrated because there's 2. If there's 2
no,
teams,
it's arguable. Brendan, they're 5 and 6. It's like they were 5 and 10. I mean, they were right.
But what was how well has Seattle played up until that point? Seattle hadn't played well up until that point. Kansas City played way better than them.
Hold on.
Seattle had not played convincingly well. They tied for 1 against the Arizona team that everybody
had the same record since at that point.
What did you say?
They had what was the record? They were 7-3, 7-3-1, and Kansas City was 8-3-1. 8-3, sorry, 8-3.
Yeah, and they played way more convincing in their games. Seattle's lost games. You're like, okay, hold on a second. You can kind of be like, well, in terms of especially in terms of the game against they lost to the Saints. And I will give Seattle this credit because the fact that Russell Wilson didn't just get healthy until this week. He didn't look fully healthy until this week. But I will definitely say Kansas City's had a way more tougher schedule. And they've beaten, I think, tougher competition. Oakland, they defeated Oakland. Obviously, the marquee team, one of the teams rated ahead of them. And just in terms of consistency, Oakland doesn't do anything. Kansas City doesn't do anything that jumps off the page at you. But neither does Seattle. Both teams essentially, I think, even in terms of Kansas City, to me has a better blend of offense and defense because they are able to run the ball, which they're struggled to do all season. Seattle, that's one thing that's been Seattle's Achilles heel all season. And when I look at Oakland's wins, they beat the Chargers in the first week of the season, beat the Jets, beat Oakland Raiders, they beat the Saints, they beat the Colts, they beat Kansas City.
Oh, Kansas City. So.
They beat the Jaguars, they beat Carolina, and they beat Denver, and they beat Atlanta. So they've beaten quality. I'm saying Seattle hasn't, but I think that Oakland has. When Oakland has won, they've done it because Oakland's not a team that's just gonna. They don't blow teams out. They just control the ball. If that makes sense. When I feel like I watch Oakland win, I feel like I'm watching it. It's a win on both sides of the football. Sometimes when I've watched Seattle win, I'm like, yo, their defense is really winning this game for them. That makes sense?
I mean, yeah, but I mean, yeah. Yeah, you're right. But I mean, they're 5 and 6. So I mean, once again, it's not you can switch them.
It's 5 and 6.
They had Seattle 5, and they had Kansas City 6. So I mean, if you swap them around, I mean, they're right. They're not that much of a difference. Like I said, it means they're right. They're right on the same level.
But why is it that everybody, even with these stats given, why is it everybody picks Oakland to go to the Super Bowl instead of or his AFC Championship instead of Kansas City?
Because they look better doing it.
Oakland?
Yeah, they look better. Absolutely, Brendan. Kansas City just won on a 2-point conversion.
So what?
It never happened
back from how big of a 4-quarter deficit? They got to come back on a 29-0 run.
Looks great. It looks flashy, Brendan.
When you're down, you have to put up that many points to come back.
It just means you're gutsy.
So you think they could do that?
I'm just saying. It's just saying it's gutsy. You can absolutely say that, Brendan. You think that Kansas City is going to win on a 2-point conversion again?
You think Oakland's going to come back 29 down?
Absolutely. I take that over winning on a 2-point conversion.
Stop.
Brendan, it never happened in history. Never happened in history.
They could have went down and scored again. They literally gained enough yards in the next. Yes, they did. They gained enough yards in the next possession to score. They just didn't score out of respect for the Falcons.
Or they couldn't score.
They could have scored on the Falcons.
They only put 9 points on the Falcons. Yeah, bad week sometimes. How many points did the Rams give up? And they're a great defense.
The Rams give about 15 points a game.
No, how many points did they give up this week?
26.
Sometimes teams just have a bad time on defense.
So who are you saying? Who's saying that the Falcons had a bad time on defense?
Just had a bad day on defense.
No, the Falcons always have a bad season. Yeah, a bad season. Let's correct that statement. It ain't a bad day for the Falcons. 29 was a good day.
All right, you're exactly.
Am I?
Yeah, you are.
How much are the Falcons giving up on points?
I'm glad you asked.
No. Yeah,
because I have that not in front of me.
I'm so geeked. Like when I look at look, here's Oakland. Here's Oakland's scores. I have it. Okay, sorry. I just want 35-34 first game of the season.
How many points do you think they give up? No,
Atlanta.
Both actually.
Atlanta 28 points a game.
You'd be wrong.
How much?
27.6. And Oakland.
26.7.
You'd be wrong. It's 25.
I'm right here.
24.9 to be honest, but
and I'm looking at their wins right now. Bro, Oakland, man. You want to talk about superstition? And Oakland leads the league in actual 4 comebacks.
Even
Oakland.
Look, absolutely bitch. But the gas league going to
start going south. When we go,
1 second. Do you still think?
10 seconds.
Do you think they can beat New England?
Kansas City?
Yes.
I got New England.
Okay.
I got faith in 12. Faith in the hood.
I'm not gonna lie. But if the thing that scared me in the it is the Wild. They just seem to win in what just doesn't make sense, and they scare me more than in the AFC.
It's my Patriots pick right now. I mean, I bet they beat the Patriots.
Would you want to see them?
Kansas City? Yeah. I'm on it. Okay. Andy Reid got the ring, bro.
Or would you love to watch a Super Bowl?
Oh, that's gonna be slow. That's gonna be slow. Oh, that would be so slow. All right, y'all. On the other side of the break, we're gonna go over the college games and actually got it right. Stay tuned, y'all. It's KBR Sports, the best sports talk show you 24 hours a day.
Final score 3-3. First ever Super Bowl tie.